I gotta figure out how to get back to my truck 100 miles away.
When you see a volunteer, thank them.
Here we go. 100 milers are on the move. Beautiful out, couldn't ask for better weather. It reminds me of Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Officially 1/3 of the way done. All right, let's get moving. I feel amazing right now. I can't believe it. Approximately the halfway point, and they're cooking me up a burger. Thank you, everyone. They are 2 hours and 45 minutes ahead of me now. Those guys are beasts. Just look at these beautiful ferns. I am beat. I'm seriously considering pulling the plug at mile 75. But this is a challenge hike, so I'm gonna push myself as hard as I can. 2 50Ks are in the books, 1 50K to go. Sounds daunting, but I know I'll regret it if I don't go for it. Whew, this is tough, man. I swear I was starting to hallucinate a little bit. Your mind starts playing tricks with you, that's for sure. I was just dragging hard, man. All right, I have arrived here in Pennsylvania in the heart of Allegheny National Forest, right on the North Country Trail. And this is mile 55 of the North Country Trail in the Allegheny National Forest section. The reason I'm here is because I am leaving a drop bag. This is about the halfway point. It's easy access off the road. I just hung my bear bag in a tree about 50 yards off the road. I plan to be here sometime tomorrow morning, probably 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm guessing. That'll be about 14 hours into this challenge. It starts in just a hair over 3 hours, so I got plenty of time to eat an early dinner and make my way to the trailhead at the beginning of this Allegheny 100 mile challenge. All right, so right here at the trailhead sign and the North Country Trail and my truck, we're gonna cross the road here and I'll show you where I hung my bear bag. I didn't want to hang it on the other side where the trail is because it could be seen, because it is just in a white garbage bag. I guess I should have painted it green or camo or something, or brown. There it is. Got it about 10 or 11 feet off the ground. Oh, I'd say 5 feet from the tree and 2.5 feet from that branch. So I think it's safe from any kind of wildlife. All right, it's time to make our way back down to the starting trailhead for a couple hours of relaxation before this 50-hour challenge begins. Hopefully not 50 hours for me. I'm hoping 30 to 35. There it is. Nice, compact, 10 or 11 pounds. We are about an hour and 15 minutes from start. Just making some final adjustments here. Make sure I got everything. Got to take the GoPro. I was looking for some life water bottles because they're a little skinnier, but these are shorter, so maybe this will be better. Here it is. Getting pretty busy here. We're about an hour out from starting. A lot of people still lined up signing in. This is bus number 6 coming from the northern terminus. That one does not look full. I easily could have fit in there. That stinks because I am here at the beginning, at the start, and as of right now I have no ride back. So I'm taking a shot in the dark that when I finish Sunday morning, some other folks will roll in shortly after, and I'm hoping I can hitch a ride back to my truck here. Otherwise, I gotta figure out how to get back to my truck 100 miles away. I may have to call a shuttle from Allegheny Outfitters or something, but I'm hopeful someone in this crowd is coming back to here that can give me a lift. Hey, the sun decided to come back out again. That's good. It started sprinkling a little bit ago. I'm not sure where this starts. I think it might be right there. I'm not for certain though. Pretty good crowd. Definitely over 100 people here, I'd say. There's a big line back here still by the Porta John and where the music trailer's at.
just like the other 28 chapters across our National Scenic Trail. So when you see a volunteer, thank them, because they put in blood, sweat, and tears, and they do it because they love it. They love hiking, and they want to provide you with the best hiking experience you could possibly have.
Here we go. 100 milers are on the move. All right, we're just a little over a mile in, just getting started. I got Chris and Pete here with me, and Steve just back there a little ways. We're all up here, up in the front, just taking it nice and easy. Beautiful out, couldn't ask for better weather. I know in years past it's been a sloppy mess through here. So we're really fortunate we're gonna have nice weather the entire 100 miles.
Okay, so freaking poles are great. Like lengthwise, but they're not on our, so I plank it and get right around my
Coming up on 3 miles and we are officially entering Allegheny National Forest. We've been running the whole thing so far. It's been beautiful. All right, we got to sign in. How many of these are there? Like 7? Oh my.
7 on the 100.
Friday. PN. Yes. Okay.
Beautiful single track trail through the ferns.
You're talking about when I first met you.
Yeah, we first met along right in here, right around here.
Thought I'd do a quick check-in because it's gonna start getting dark here before too long. It's almost 8 o'clock, maybe 7:30, I don't know. We're about 8 miles in. I'm actually by myself right now. Steve he's just 50 yards ahead of me. I just saw him a minute ago. I've been calling him Spicoli. He reminds me of Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
His name's Steve. I guess we could call him Steve-O. How about that?
Yeah, dude.
Steve-O's just up ahead, and Pete, the 58-year-old long distance through hiker and ultra runner, is not far behind me. I'm guessing a quarter mile or so. So yep, things are going good. Been keeping a pretty good clip. So that's obviously going to slow way down when it gets dark, but we're doing great so far. Really enjoying myself. All right, we got a good spot for water. What's the name of this creek?
Salmon Creek.
Salmon?
Yep.
Salmon Creek. As you can see, it's getting a little bit dark out. It's almost 9 o'clock, coming up on mile 14. Definitely doing more walking than running now, but still feel good. So I'm currently in 4th place. Not that placement matters in this. This is just a personal challenge hike, but you know, I went into this wanting to get first. Steve-O is pretty fast. He's run some 4-hour and change 50Ks. He's fast, so he's way out in front. Let's see, then there's 2 other guys between me and Steve-O. Pete, the 58-year-old guy. I was ahead of him for a while, but man, he's cruising. He did the 100K Oil Creek Ultra in 12.5 hours, so that guy's pretty tough. They're definitely stronger runners than I am. So my only chance of catching them or passing them is to hike into the wee hours of the morning. They said they might stop and sleep for a half hour or an hour around mile 50, just before daybreak. The problem is I might have to as well. So we'll see, we'll keep plugging away. All right, I'm here at the 2nd registry box. There's 7 of these along the trail. Let's see how long it's been since someone was here. 9:23. Peter is 15 minutes ahead of me now. Daggone. This is 9:38. So is Steven. Steve-O. They both came through here at 9:23. There I am, 187, 9:38. Friday. Alrighty, let's get back on the move. So Steve-O and Peter are officially a mile ahead of me now. I'm still in 4th place. The 3rd place guy, I don't know his name, and I didn't see his name. I didn't see a time in the registry. He's probably somewhere between them and me. 1 mile to Kettlerville. I think I heard that there's a good cell service there. So I saw some glowing eyes. You see that right there, guys? Little baby fawn. It's okay, little buddy. Just wanted to get you on camera. Yeah, where's your mommy? Oh, she's not too far away. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw these glowing eyes. So it was coming down the trail. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a cat at first. All right, just hit the 20-mile mark. Took me just a smidge under 5 hours. It's 10:30. I'm starting to get a little tired. Long way to go. I'm doing good. It's currently 1:30 a.m. 8 hours into this thing, and I just hit the 30-mile mark. But when I stop and listen, I hear absolutely nothing. It is so calm. There's not any breeze. I can't really see the stars because I always have a headlight out in front of me. I hear one bird off in the distance. It really, the only thing I hear is the tinnitus in my ears. This is so nice. I'm getting really tired though. Almost 3 a.m. Want to lay down pretty bad, but I gotta keep moving. If I can make it till 4, I'll consider stopping to sleep for an hour. I want to wake up right before the birds and the sunrise. All right, officially 1/3 of the way done. Mile 33. I'm getting tired. Feet and knees are a little bit sore, but not too bad. I'm gonna keep on going. Hoping to get to a shelter around mile 37 or 40, but I'm afraid all the shelters are gonna be full out here on the North Country Trail. So maybe I'll just throw my bug bivvy on the ground and slip inside, not even string it up. Zip it over me and try to get some shut-eye for maybe a half hour or an hour. But I think by 5 or 5:30, I won't be back on trail. Well, good morning. It's 6 a.m. I forgot to film my bivvy, but I laid right there for about an hour. I rolled in here about 4:45, but by the time you set up and tear down, I actually only laid inside for about a half hour and I never fell asleep. So the birds came out, the sun is starting to rise, so I just figured I gotta get back on the trail. I feel pretty good despite having no sleep. And I'm at just shy of mile 40 right now. I think mile 39. All right, let's get moving. Route 666, 7.5 miles away. That is the halfway point, supposedly. I think it's about 2 miles off. Making some progress. Wow, I don't know if you can see that sun through the trees. It's brilliant. Crossing a little forest road here. Dang, that's a pretty nice campsite right there. Nice water source with beautiful pine trees. So I was thinking about how last night went. And when you're in the middle of it, it seems really long, really hard. But once the next day comes, the daylight, it kind of resets everything. I feel amazing right now. I can't believe it. However, I am very tired, especially when I get on the hills. I can feel that I've had no sleep. I don't know what that's going to do to me after another 12 hours of hiking during the day. Shoot, I got 15 hours of daylight today before it gets dark again. I'm hoping to get to mile 75 or 80 before dark, maybe even 90. It just depends how much I can run today. I feel good enough to run. I'm hoping up here at the 50-mile mark, it's actually 48 mile. They kind of have a little aid station set up. I'm hoping I can get a cup of coffee if they're there. I don't know if they're there this early. And I'll be there in about an hour and a half probably. A cup of coffee sounds good. Dang, this is where I was hoping to make it last night. Hunter Station Shelter. I didn't realize I was so close to it. I was about 3 miles away from it. I'm sure I could have made it, but it would have been almost daylight by the time I got here. And it could have been full. Who knows? On the move. Oh yeah, I just smelled smoke. There was definitely some people here. Still smoldering. Pretty day. That's a pretty big mountain over there too. Not sure if you can see it through the trees very well. And I hear our aid station. Getting close to our checkpoint. 48-mile checkpoint down there. All right, we're here at the 48-mile aid station. Well, you guys call it the 50-mile aid station. So approximately the halfway point. And they're cooking me up a burger. Thank you, everyone. Hey, take care. Appreciate it. Just leaving 50-mile checkpoint back there. I was there way too long. I was wanting to be in and out in 5 minutes, and I spent 15 minutes there. Probably wasn't the best thing for me, but I had a ginger ale and a hamburger, and I feel a lot better, ready to crush some more miles. So I forgot to mention that when I was at the 50-mile checkpoint, I asked them what time Pete and Steve-O came through. 6:07 this morning. They are 2 hours and 45 minutes ahead of me now. Those guys are beasts. Dang. And then third place, Ben, he's not feeling good. He's the guy that's run 75 ultras. He's an ultra pro. But he was shivering and had some ankle issues. And he was actually taking a nap down there. He came in 2 hours ago. But he decided to stay there. I don't think he's gonna continue on. Well, I made it here to my drop bag. Let's head in here and get resupplied. Get ready for the next 45. There she is, safe and sound. Just look at these beautiful ferns. These things are huge. They're everywhere. Very pretty. Thank goodness I don't have to go up there. Or up there. Wow. These gradual uphills are harder than they look when you're this tired. They seem like big hills. Crossing Route 6. This is the Route 6 trailhead parking lot. Coming up on mile 64. I am beat. I have no energy left. So there's a shelter, Gibbs or Gribbs shelter in 1 mile. I'm gonna plant my butt in that shelter and lay down, set my timer or my alarm on my phone for a half an hour, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall asleep pretty fast. Well, I had a really nice break here at the Gibbs shelter. Laid down for about a half hour, ate some snacks, prepared a meal for cold soaking, checked a couple texts. There's actually a good signal here, couldn't believe it. This is just shy of mile 65, about 64 and a half. Ready to get back on the trail and work my way towards mile 75. I'm seriously considering pulling the plug at mile 75. I'm not really feeling it anymore. I'm kind of miserable out here, not enjoying it. I would like to just set up in that shelter for the rest of the night. But this is a challenge hike, so I'm gonna push myself as hard as I can. But I just don't think I want to go till 2 or 3 in the morning to complete this 100 miles. I'd rather just call it a 75. And, you know, it's still a good showing. I got a rash, a salt rash on my back. That's not feeling good. At least I had a clean shirt to change into. I put some Body Glide on there. It feels a lot better. Alrighty, let's get rolling. Man, these pine trees remind me of South Carolina a little bit. It's beautiful. I am officially 2/3 of the way through. Just hit mile 66. And that means 2 50Ks are in the books, 1 50K to go. Actually, just a hair over 50K. About 33 miles to go, approximately. Sounds daunting, but I know I'll regret it if I don't go for it. I feel a little better having that Mountain Dew that someone left at the sign-in sheet station. I definitely needed that. Before I got to the shelter to lay down and rest, man, I was just dragging hard, man. Like one of probably the top 3 or 5 ever. Even compared to some of the stuff on the Sheltowee Trace. Because in the Sheltowee Trace, I was getting sleep every night for 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, and only hiking 50 some miles. And I wasn't up 12 hours prior to the start either, like I was here. Whew, this is tough, man. But I know I'm gonna regret it if I don't try to finish out strong. I'm gonna go for it. But man, I swear I was starting to hallucinate a little bit. Not bad, but I just felt like I kept seeing people ahead, and it was just stumps. Then I think I'd see a shelter ahead, and it was just the landscape of the fallen trees. So, you know, your mind starts playing tricks with you, that's for sure. When you're like just very, very sleep deprived and overexerted. Whew. We just hit 24 hours. 70.23 miles. New personal best, but not by much. My old personal best was 67 miles on the Susquehannock Trail in Pennsylvania. So I was hoping to get 75, and I would have if I wouldn't have stopped twice to rest for a total of an hour and a half or so. So I'm pretty happy with that. Just sat down to take a little break to eat some Peak Refuel chicken pesto pasta, cold soaked. Calling it quits here at mile 76, Chapel Bay Trailhead. Trying to figure out how to get back to Willow Bay to get Chris's vehicle. He's the guy walking in front of me. We're both a little ill, unable to continue. Well, good morning, Sunday morning of the race. I just crawled out of my bug bivvy here a few minutes ago, getting everything packed up. I'm getting ready to hop in the car with Chris. It's the fellow that I was hanging out with last night that called it quits about the same time as I did. We were both just having some serious stomach issues, and I was having some serious leg pain. I feel a little bit better this morning, but I don't think I could be able to continue on, even though this thing goes until 7:30 tonight, I think. There's plenty of time to go finish the last 25 miles, but then that would put me late getting home for work tomorrow. So anyway, Chris is going to be picking me up here in about 20 minutes. He stayed at the Red Bridge campground last night. Now you might be wondering, how did he get to Red Bridge campground? He walked there last night. It was, I think, a 5-mile walk after dark down this road. He got the Red Bridge campground and stumbled upon 2 NCT hikers who gave him a ride up to his car at Willow Bay, at the northern terminus of the NCT here in Allegheny National Forest. So he comes rolling in here about midnight last night. I was already asleep, and he woke me up and hollered my name down from the road. Jason, I got my car. Then he came up here and talked to me and wanted to know if I wanted to break down camp to go to Red Bridge campground. He had a campsite picked out. And I was like, I'm already set up, I'm comfortable, I'm asleep. I was sleeping. So I decided to stay, and he went on down to Red Bridge Campground, which is where he's at now. He's probably getting ready to leave there shortly and pick me up and take me back to my truck at the southern terminus. So that's kind of how all this played out. Not exactly how we intended, but that's all right. I'm just glad it's over, and we'll get ready to head home and have a nice warm meal and a hot cup of coffee. Allegheny National Forest, you may have got me this time, but I will be back.